Kaedin, you started out like a house on fire. You know, what was breaking open for you early?
I think just their coverage. We've been game planning all week for their safeties and their looks. Their middle safety was coming down heavy a lot, so it was just my job to beat them over the top.
The numbers slowed down later, but it felt like maybe you guys did something even more important as the game wore on, and that might have been blocking. You know, we heard all week that the way that ODU likes to use their safeties, the receivers have to come in and get those guys, or we're not going to get any run game going. Obviously, the run game got going, especially there towards the end. Talk a little bit about, you know, putting the receiving part of your game aside and really focusing on getting down the field and creating space for other guys.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a bloodbath with them safeties coming down. They come down hard, so we just had to come down and keep blocking them. And it was great just to see Amani running the ball hard, and he got us all the way down the field for that touchdown to Max. So that was great to see.
What do you have to say about those two tight ends? I mean, those guys are playing behind a couple of really good, really experienced dudes, and today was their day, and they stepped up and showed it.
Yeah, they stepped up for sure, big time, and I'm super excited for the future of those guys, and I'm excited to see them progress.
We got one in the back.
Adam Persico, the Appalachian. So you and Joey just really felt like you've been on the same page today, and you finally got your first touchdown. What have you guys been working on specifically that's leading to your success right now?
I think we've just been keeping the main thing, just working, progressing, routes on the air, just timing thing, and we finally got us. Well, I finally got me a touchdown, so it feels good for sure.
And does that feel like a weight off your shoulders, finally getting that first touchdown of the year?
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming, so it definitely is a weight off my shoulders.
Anything else for Kaedin?
Just one from me, just to pull out the 2 home wins the last 2 weeks the way you have. I mean, we're trailing against Georgia State and down a lot of today. Is there anything you can kind of pinpoint that stands out about the effort from this group the last 2 weeks to pull out these 2 wins?
I think it's just us coming together as a team. The leaders stepping up, leading by example, and just the defense playing hard. Man, they gave us, 4 or 5 turnovers, so we had to execute. They kept giving us opportunities, so we had to make it happen for sure.
Kaedin, it goes without saying this has been a really hard month off the field for this entire team, this community. How hard has it been to focus not just on winning games, but even getting on the field and playing?
It's been tough, yeah, with the hurricane and everything that happened, but I think that brought us closer together. And we know we're all equal on the East, and we came together and just we know we got a chance to go do this thing, so we're excited about that opportunity.
Okay. All right, thanks, Kaedin.
Thank you.
Shawn, congratulations. What went on in that locker room at halftime? I got to know.
Yeah, I mean, we all really remained calm coming off of a hot game last week in terms of D-line because we sit with our positions at halftime. We remained calm, and we just knew what had to be done, like just finish strong. Like it's especially with defense, like it's all about finishing the game, fourth quarter. Like so, it was big time. I mean, we stayed calm, and it just like you look at everyone in the eyes, you just knew everyone was ready to take care of business.
First half, they were pushing 150 rushing yards through the first 2 quarters. Second half, and of course, there's some net yardage here because you guys had the sacks too, and we'll talk about that in a second. 24 net rushing yards in the whole second half. That's a huge turnaround. Did anything schematically change, or did you guys just do it better?
I think we just did it better. We just came out playing harder. Even hit all the curveballs throughout the game. I mean, offense came out. They didn't score, but we got the ball. They got the ball back, and it was on us. We always say it's on us to get these guys the ball back and put them in a position to go score. Or whether it's us, like, literally getting a turnover and giving the ball back to our offense. So it was just big time. I mean, we just played harder. Nothing schematically changed. Like, we just an App State way.
Speaking of playing harder, you looked like you were outworking them at the end, and you looked like you were fresher, honestly. They looked like they were just worn out, and you guys started getting into the pocket and getting the sacks. Do you feel like over the course of the game you were just able to finally just kind of break them down?
Yeah, absolutely. Over the course of the game, like we just imposed our will on them, and there was no answer for them. I mean, up front on all levels, our linebackers, safeties, corners, I mean, everyone, we always talk about 111, everyone playing their job, and when everyone does their job, all working together, there's nothing that can stop us. So it was amazing.
Maybe just one for me, Shawn. Brendan made some big plays early, and I know Coach said he got a game ball. What has he meant to the defense and this team as a whole with just his presence?
Man, Brendan is huge. I mean, he comes every time we do player-led meetings. He's always one speaking to the team, and he just has nothing but the utmost respect from all of us. And him being an old guy too, it's like any young guy looking at him, it's like, what am I to go slow for, or like just kind of complain about anything when I got someone like B going hard, giving his all the time. So shout out to B. I love that man. We all love him, man. He just brings tremendous energy to the team, whether it's funny, serious, or whatever. So he's a good dude, man.
Anything else for Shawn? All right. Thank you.
Mike, what do you feel like kind of broke loose for you guys later in the game? We talked to Shawn about it, and he felt like, Shawn Collins, and he felt like you just eventually just imposed your will and kind of broke them down.
Yeah, most definitely. We just kept doing our job and kept playing with violence and technique. And, we kept saying, be the tougher team. And, that's what it came down to, being able to finish the game.
ODU came into the game as one of the best red zone teams in the conference offensively. They were scoring touchdowns on, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 89% of their possessions. Today, you held them to 1 touchdown in 4 opportunities. What was going on in the red zone that was making you guys effective?
We always say bend no break when they get close to the red zone. So just because, they get a good drive, get a big play, ultimately not letting them cross over the end zone is the goal on defense. So being able to hold them to a field goal is big time for sure, even though we don't want to score at all.
Colton Joseph has proven himself to be a very elusive quarterback. He's really good at getting out of the pocket, and especially as the game wore on today, it felt like you guys really did a great job of just trapping him. I mean, he was kind of bouncing around in there like a pinball, and it was whoever could get to him got credit for the sack. Talk a little bit about what Coach McDaniel worked with you guys on this week in terms of being disciplined about keeping him in a corral there.
For sure, yeah. Coach G always, not even just this week, but all year, really since he got here in the Springs, been talking about disciplined pass rush lanes because, he's had a lot of successful players in his time coaching other places. So he will always tell us, not every sack is off a great move. A lot of times it's just people keep rushing, keep being active, and like you said, we just kept being active, kept swarming them. Good defense in the back, so we was able to get after them, make them uncomfortable.
Just one for me, Mike. What stood out about this team's effort the last 2 weeks to get the wins that you guys have at home?
I don't even think it's more about effort. I think it's just more about belief and faith. Obviously what the season hasn't gone as planned, but, we just came together even more, and we just keep fighting, regardless of what happens, regardless of who we out there with, we one team, one family. So as long as we're together, we think we can win. We can believe we can win.
Any other questions? We got one in the back.
Yeah, so today I think kind of showed that there's a surplus of talent on the defensive line. How much does it help you knowing you have a lot of talented players working with you on that line?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They are. We take pride in actually, consider ourselves the most deepest position group on the team, and we constantly push each other, and we constantly try to make each other better. And it's actually, a great confidence and great belief when you see the next man come in and you have no worries. You actually have confidence that he's going to be able to change the game. And you've seen it didn't matter who was in there today. The production didn't drop. So that's big time for us. We always keep each other back, always keep each other going, and keep getting each other better.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Joey, that's a tough defense. They make you earn anything you can get, and you really took them apart over the top. I know being patient is part of what gets preached sometimes, but today you kind of put your foot on the gas and just rode it. What did you guys talk about as you were going through the game plan this week that made you feel like, yeah, that stuff's going to be there?
They have a unique defense. They play like kind of like a 3-high safety and just try to keep everything in front of them. But we thought the game would be on the outside. They got 9 people in the box and inside the hashes and one-on-one on the outside. So we try to take advantage of that. And we just believed in our receivers more than their DBs and just gave them a chance. And 50-50 balls to us, we favor for us.
You guys struggled on third downs earlier in the season. Last 3 games alone, you're converting 60%. What's gone on over the past 3 weeks that you can look at and say, okay, here are some things that I think are making us more effective at extending these drives?
Honestly, I'd just say it's my decision making. Early in the season, I won't make the right decision, and that just goes into watching film and being more prepared and studying the defense. So I went in and took that serious, and it helped our offense get out there.
You get into the huddle a couple of times down near the red zone, and the tight end you're getting ready to throw to is not the tight end you're normally throwing to. Do you have to kind of help those guys say, kind of stay in the moment, and I'm going to make it easy for you? Those were two really big catches those guys made.
Yeah, those guys stepped up. Next man mentality. It happened to me last year, and those guys got their opportunity, and they're going out there and balling. But I'm not going to say it was any different. I mean, those guys get reps with me at practice all the time, so they just went out there and did what they had to do.
That closing drive, Amani was just a dog the whole time. As you're kind of in the huddle with him, looking him in the eye, I mean, did he just have that look of a monster? Because I mean, he ran like his life depended on it.
Yeah, always. That last drive, I always tell the offense it's going to take all of us, not just one. So we just got to take it play by play, and then whoever get the ball got to protect it and just go hard. And Monty did that.
Joey, you look more comfortable. Do you feel more comfortable out there as opposed to middle of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I've been comfortable this whole time, but just like I said earlier, just more film study and just trusting in myself. I'm not forcing, just taking what they give me.
It goes without saying that this has been an incredibly tough month for the team off the field. So how have you been able to focus not just on winning games, but even being able to get out there and play, knowing what's been going on in the community around you?
I'm not going to say it's too hard. We got good enough time before after practice to go and help. So, I mean, I try to do as much as I could do, but I still got to go out there and get film and do schoolwork. So it's not too much of a challenge right now as it was before. It's kind of rolling through.
Have you and some of the other players on the team been doing some community service work? And as you do that, what kind of stories are you hearing from people as you help out?
Yeah, we go help out at Reggie Hunt's place over there, Cornerstone Summit, and providing people food, water, anything they need. And also, I know a family that house got destroyed, so me and my roommates went out there and try to help as much as possible. I mean, get things that are worth grabbing. And it's sad, I mean, people are losing. They lost everything and had to restart. So, I mean, I just got to be grateful for what I have and just try to go and help.
Any other questions for Joey? Got one more?
I guess I'll end with one more football question. Just your contributions in the run game. Can you kind of describe the mentality you have? I know maybe, I can't remember if it was a third down, but you kind of got up and shook off a little bit and signaled for the first down when you laid a pretty good hit there. Just what's going through your mind when you have the ball in your hands like that?
Just run and try to get a first down, try to get as many yards as possible. For us to win this game specifically, I had to use my legs because they only rushed about 3 people and get everybody back. So once everybody gets back, it's either I hit my read or I take off running, and that's what I had to do today.